And a good evening from Joplin, Missouri. The 2018 ACCA Women's Basketball Tournament continues with our second quarterfinal of the day between the 4-seed Providence Pilots at 9-12 and the 5-seed Ozark Christian Lady Ambassadors at 4-19. Hi, everybody. Chris Shima, glad to be with you. We went OT in our first game, or our earlier game, so that's why we're held up a little bit here. But let's meet the starting lineups. First for the 4-seed Providence, head coach Joel Kersey, starting number 4, Joanne Schwarz, number 5, Taylor Goodbranson, number 8, Allison Zajac, number 9, Hannah Van Schie, and number 11, Elena Collier. Starting today for Ozark, and head coach Camilla Lacerda in her second season is number 3, Adriana Hughes, number 5, Bailey Hardiman, number 12, Amelia Harris, number 14, Sadie Green, and number 34, Hayden Ream. So that's the starters for both of these teams. If this looks familiar to you, it's because these two teams met in the opening round last year, and it was a close game as Hughes goes to the bucket. Adriana Hughes leading her team in scoring at 13.6 per game, puts Ozark up by 2. And now a turnover. Providence turning it over. So these two teams met in the opening round last year, and Providence able to defeat Ozark in the first round before losing to Emmaus and Welsh in the 5th place game. Meanwhile, Ozark went 0-3 last year. That lost to Providence, then Rama and Kansas. So about 20 minutes or so behind schedule. Thanks for being patient with us, folks. And glad to be with you. That's going to be a steal. Schwarz comes up with the turnover. Joanne Schwarz, 42 steals on the season for her. She has it. Now Van Schie can't get it to go. Rebound controlled by Hardiman for Ozark. 2-0 here in the early going. Winner of this game plays Arlington Baptist, the 3-time defending champions. Hardiman will go to the line on the second team foul on Providence. Loser to this game will go to the 5th place game. That'll be tomorrow at 10:45 a.m. At the line, Hardiman, 60% free throw shooter. Missed them both, though. Rebound controlled by the Pilots. Providence, the top rebounding team, 51.6 per game. Good rebounding, good discipline for Joel Kersey's team. Goodbranson to the bucket, yes, and we are tied at 2, just underway here from Joplin, Missouri. Adriana Hughes steps to the right. Here's Hardiman for 3, can't get it to go. Tip, the rebound goes out of bounds, and it's last touched by Providence. Ozark averaging just 51.8 points per ball game, being outscored on average by 15 a game. They lost in their Southwest Regional to Randall in the first round, 69-29. Providence lost to Faith, 64-53. So that's how both of these teams enter the tournament, as Harris can't get it to go on the first effort, follows the shot, and Ozark leads it 4-2. Zajac out on the run. No. Good defense from Harris. Hughes to the cutter. This is Ream. Ream missed it. Rebound controlled by Van Schie. So Providence, Collier will inbound it. Providence 3-1 against ACCA opponents overall. They went 1-1 against Trinity, who's not with us, 2-0 against AFLBS. Ozark this year 1-0 against AFLBS. 0-1 against Trinity and Arlington as well, so 1-2 overall for the Ambassadors against opponents in the ACCA. Good Branson, inbound, quick shot, Van Schie got it to go. And we're all tied up at 4 here in the early going. We know who the favorites are in the women's side. They've got buys into the semifinals, Arlington and Randall. We've seen now several men's games. I couldn't tell you who's going to win. All I can tell is if you're a Providence fan, you're going to have your work cut out for you because the defending champs just got knocked off by the upstart College of Divinity. So Providence will meet Rhema. Chance to go to the 5th place game in the consolation bracket on the guys' side. Here's Zajac, too strong. The putback, yes. Providence leading 6-4. Zajac 7.5 points per game, almost 6 rebounds as well, over 20 steals on the season. Just one player, Taylor Goodbranson, in double figures scoring for Providence. There's Hayden Ream for 2. Ream over 7 a game for Ozark. Stepping into a 3, Schwarz can't get it to go. Neither one of these teams are good from behind the arc. Providence slightly better at 25% as a team. Ozark shooting just 22% from 3. Hughes called for steps, and she might have tweaked something as well. So the ball will go back to Providence. Joel Crucy going to sub. Esther Ruchageza coming into the game. Caitlin Thiessen, number 2 for Providence, also out there. Schwarz on the near side. Collier can't get it to go. Tip for the rebound, and Ruchageza is going to be called for over the back. Just underway here in this opening quarter. 6:13 left to go. 7-6 is the score in favor of the Pilots. Pilots came in as the 4 seed, 9-12 on the year. Correction, it's 6-6. They had a 7 up on the board. I thought we were tied. That 3 off the mark by Hardiman. And in the corner, it's going to go out of bounds. Last touch by Providence. Timeout by Camilla Lacerda, the head coach in her 2nd year at Ozark. So we will go away. 5:54 left to go here in this opening quarter. We'll be back after a look at the Scholar athletes. Six all out of the timeout. It'll be Ozark basketball. Hardiman's going to inbound kind of over in our little blind spot area. Don't forget, folks, you can use the YouTube chat. Give us a shout. Let us know where you're watching from. I'm sure we have a lot of Providence fans out there. Elaine, I believe, watching. Can you hear me now? Hughes, top of the key. Here's Harris, guarded by Ruchageza. Back over to Hughes, 11 to shoot. Hughes, too strong off the glass. Rebound to Schwarz. Schwarz into the forecourt. Thiessen traveled with the basketball. Turnovers high for both of these teams, both averaging 19.3 per game. Sadie Green inbound it for the Ambassadors. Gets it back. Sadie, 7.4 rebounds for a 5'5 guard, 38 steals as well. This is Harris. Now Ream. Hardiman stepping into a long jumper. It's a 3. Bailey Hardiman Shooting just 28% from downtown, gets it to go, and then answering right back is Ruchigeza. So 9-8, Ozark by 1 in the early going. Ream for 3, grazes the front iron, and it's going to be off Ozark. No, they say off Providence. So deflected. Kiera Foster, the freshman from Winnipeg for Providence. Inbound, stolen away, Ruchigeza, good defense. Foster flies into the forecourt. Schwartz bounce pass over to good Branson from downtown, in and out. Thiessen, offensive rebound, had it poked away, and a foul called on Ratliff. Desiree Ratliff, the sophomore from right here in Joplin, in the game. Three ball off the mark, long rebound, chased down by Hardiman. Hardiman going coast to coast. Pass underneath to Green, who lays it up and in. Good start for Ozark, 11-8. Ozark started the season 3-3. They lost their last 11 in a row coming into this tournament. Lone win in the second half came at Union College, January 9th. That's the last time they won a game, almost 2 calendar months. That long three by Schwartz will go out of play. Back to Ozark. Ozark's been held under 40 points 6 times this year. Since starting 3-3, they're 1-16. No player over 30% from three-point range. As I mentioned, it's been a struggle from downtown, but they're hitting them tonight, hitting them when it counts. Sadie Green called for steps, and Providence will get it back. Allison Zajac checks in. Ruchigeza will come out. Good Branson into the forecourt now for Providence. Thiessen, blocking foul is called, so she will go to the line. Harris picks up the foul, team foul number 4 on Ozark, 3 on Providence. First free throw, nothing but net. Adriana Hughes back out there, the sophomore, replacing Harris. Both free throws are good. Ozark's lead cut in half. Nifty moves by Hardiman and then steps for Green. Well, they've got the score as 11-10 here, so I'm going to go with what's on the scoreboard. Good Branson. Here's Schwartz. Thiessen. And she's called for steps. Sloppy start. A lot of traveling here in this one. Ozark leading by 1. It's not in overtime, by the way. Apologies for that. It's been a frantic couple of 20 minutes or so, so let's get the correct quarter. We're in the first quarter, not in overtime. 3:03 left to go in this opening quarter. Hughes in the lane, short, followed the shot, the putback, yes. Like what I've seen from Adriana Hughes so far. Mentioned the leading scorer on the team at 13.6. Hardiman right behind her at 12.7. Only 2 players in double figures for Ozark. Hughes is going to be called for the foul there. Coming across. Hannah Van Schie coming back in. So Zajac back at the line. 65% free throw shooter. Team foul number 5 on Ozark as well. So Van Schie back out there for good, Schwartz. 1 out of 2 at the line. Offensive rebound. Good hustle from Foster to earn an extra possession. Foster to Schwartz. Correction, that's Zajac. Turnaround shot. Banks it off the glass, so we're tied at 13. These two teams played a close one in the opening round last year. This one's shaping up like that as well. Green over to Ream. Ream stripped but fouled. .2:14 left to play here in this opening quarter. 4 team fouls now on the Pilots. They say Ream was in the act of shooting, so she'll go to the line. Good on the first one. Ream's 67% free throw shooter. It was 56-51 last year, Providence winning by 5 over Ozark. Second free throw in and out. Rebound. 2 players from the same team fighting over it. Foster and Zajac. Same team. Good Branson up top. Van Schie for 3, in and out. Rebound by Hughes. Hughes into the forecourt, and that's going to be deflected out. And they say Hughes touched it last, so Providence will get it back. Thiessen to the bucket. Yes. Providence gets the lead back, 15-14. Green falls down, loses it. Thiessen the steal, 2-on-1. It goes to Zajac. Zajac had trouble with it. Ratliff on the floor, and they're going to call a jump ball. Possession arrow favors Ozark. Ream out. Harris back in. Harris, the junior from Kansas City, Missouri. Nearing the end of quarter number 1. That's going to be a carry by Hughes. Esther Ruchegeza coming back in for Providence. Thiessen on the far side of your screen. This is Van Schie. Cross court, good Branson. Up top. Van Schie for 3. No. Hardiman the rebound. Here comes Providence. Ozark as Hardiman. Too strong off the glass. Ruchegeza for Providence with the rebound. Good Branson. Hardiman, and Hardiman is fouled. That should be team foul number 5 on Providence. So both teams in the bonus over this final 47 seconds. So Bailey Hardiman going to the line, 60% free throw shooter. Six players on the Ambassadors with at least 20 steals. Defensively, they're very active. Trying to find some consistency on this end of the floor, though. And Hardiman missed them both. So about 17-second difference between game and shot clock. Thiessen threw it away. Collier came in, had to save it. Saved it to Hardiman for Ozark, though. Here's Harris now. 3-second difference between game and shot clock. Hughes calls for it on the near side. Catch and shoot 3. Yes. 17-15 Ozark. Providence will hold for the final shot of this first quarter. Good Branson with 7. Collier. Thiessen called for steps. 1.5 on the clock. So Ozark can heave it And Hughes won't get it off in time. Quarter number 1 in the books. Here in the women's quarterfinals, it's Ozark 17, Providence 15. We'll be back with the second quarter here in just a moment. On the quarter number 2, Ozark 17, Providence 15. Chris Shima, glad to be back with you here in Joplin. Thiessen gets the start here in the second quarter with Goodbranson, Van Schie, Collier, and Ruchigeza. So that's the 5 on the floor for Providence. It's Hughes and Green, also Harris, Ratliff, and Hardiman. That's the 5 for Ozark. Early foul on Ozark. 11 seconds into the second quarter. Thiessen driving. Van Schie. Collier throws it up off the back iron. Rebound controlled by Hughes and tied up with Collier. Jump ball called, and Ozark will get it back. Ozark and Providence, if you're just joining us, meeting for the second time in as many years here in this tournament. 56-51, the Pilots took down Ozark last year. Oh, beautiful by Thiessen to force that bad pass by Hughes. Pilots will get it back. Thiessen tosses the Collier. Ruchigeza, Van Schie, mid-range shot is good. We are even at 17. Inside 9 to go here in the second quarter, just underway in quarter number 2. Hughes from way downtown, missed it back rim, and rebound controlled by Collier. Falling down, able to get it away to Schwartz, or excuse me, that's Van Schie. Goodbranson. Toss now to Collier to Ruchigeza. Ruchigeza called for traveling. So the ball will go back to Ozark. Kiara Foster, number 3, coming back in for Providence. Hardiman into the forecourt. Green back to her. This is Hughes. Good start for Hughes as she gets it back. 13 to shoot. Green. And Harris is going to be fouled. And that will be the first on Providence here in this second quarter. Hardiman for 3. Yes, the Rainbow. Bailey Hardiman gives Ozark a 3-point advantage. Van Schie Ruchigeza gets it out to good Branson, who couldn't get it to go. Put back by Ruchigeza, no. Followed her shot. Back out to good Branson. Ruchigeza. Now, and she way off. That's going to go out. And it'll go back to Ozark, they say. Joanne Schwartz back out there, number 4 for Providence. Pilots from Ottoburn, Manitoba. Mentioned 6 players for Ozark with 20 steals or more. Providence has 7. They're active defensively as well. Best stretch of the season for Providence. They won 5 straight from December 1st to the 9th. Busy stretch. 2 of those against AFLBS. Entered the tournament on a 4-game slide. They're 1-7 in their last 8. And short on that jumper. So both of these teams ice cold coming into the tournament. Ratliff blocked, but I think they're going to call a foul. Ream in. Ruchigeza out. And coming back in is Zajac for the Pilots. Pull up by Hardiman. Unable to get it. Rebound controlled by Zajac. Just past 7 minutes to go here in the opening half. Schwartz can't get the layup. Offensive rebound by Foster. Too strong by Zajac. Ozark by 3. They have the basketball. Ooh, that's going to be steps. Yep. Indecision by Bailey Hardiman. She turns it over. The senior gives the ball back to Providence. Foster over to Van Schie. Baseline shot is good. Not bad defense for Ozark there, just better offense. That ball deflected. Green stays with it. Now Harris called for steps. So the winner of this game plays Arlington Baptist in the semifinals. That'll be tomorrow night at 7:30 Central Time. Van Schie, good Branson. Here's Foster from downtown, off the side of the rim. Fight for the rebound, and it looks like Zajac had possession. They're going to call a foul on Ozark. Hardiman called for the foul. It's the second on Ozark, 1 for Providence. Kushner in for Providence. Spencer Kushner, wearing number 16 from Winnipeg. Good Branson, just inside the arc. Long on the jumper, and that's going to go out of bounds back to Ozark. Green for 3 off the back of the rim. Rebound controlled by Kushner. Good Branson to Schwartz. Turnaround shot by Zajac. Back iron. Ball tipped, and Hughes comes up with it. Hughes wants to push the tempo. Layup is short. Open look. Good Branson, too strong. Schwartz, ball deflected out. Zajac saves it, 13 to shoot, and she's out of control. Called for steps. So the winner of this game plays Arlington, as I mentioned, tomorrow night. Rama and Randall in another semifinal at 2:15 tomorrow afternoon. Loser of this game will play AFLBS. That'll be tomorrow morning at 10:45. Catch and shoot three. Almost rimmed in. Green missed it, though. And the ball deflected out. Last touch by Ozark. Chris Sheeman here with you. I'm calling this the NPR version of the broadcast. Taking it a little easy. The vocal cords are starting to feel a little tender right now. So this is game 5 of 6 and game 7 of 22 that we've done. No call there. A lot of contact. I'll let it go. There's nothing but fouls in our last game, the men's quarterfinal. Play on. Ream from way downtown. Foster. Good Branson. The putback, no. Kushner, third time, no. Van Schie, and I believe they're going to call a jump ball here. Oh, no, they called a foul on Ozark. Team foul number 4 on OCC. Thiessen inbound it. Kushner, baseline shot off the back iron. Green the board for Ozark. Hardiman with the hop step, yes. And the Ambassadors get the lead back, 25-24. Schwarz for 3, yes. Joanne Schwarz, 26% three-point shooter, gets that one to go. Now it's a steal by Schwarz. And then what do? Hardiman called for the foul. It's always a foul, but what are you going to do if you're the defender? And you're lying on the floor. So just about everything decided for tomorrow. The Ozark Baptist Bible and AFLBS 9th place game start the day at 9 a.m. We're planning on about 14 hours of coverage tomorrow, starting at 9 a.m. The last game tomorrow is scheduled to tip off at 9:15 Central Time. And that's if nothing runs long and everything's on time. And with 8 games on the docket, we're thinking more likely it'll be closer to 10 when that game tips. Air ball by Hughes, tried to save it. It's to Providence. Good Branson. Left alone. And airballs it. Rebound controlled to Ratliff, who threw it away. And she comes up with the steal. Can't get the easy one underneath. Green. Ratliff kicks it out to Hughes. Now Hardiman catch and shoot. Short on that 3. Hughes tried to A for effort for Adriana, but couldn't get there in time. .48 left to go here in this one. Good Branson to Thiessen in the forecourt. Kushner, open look, got it to go. Providence, their biggest lead so far tonight is 5. We're going to get a timeout by Ozark. 29.5 seconds left to play here in this first half. It's a 30-second timeout. I'm going to take it anyways. We'll be back. Welcome back to Joplin, everybody. There's a look at our future bosses, the ACCA Scholar Athletes. Chris Shima, glad to be back with you. We got royalty tuning into this broadcast. Mr. Michael Davis, who I've had the pleasure of working with, the current athletic director at Apex College, something like that. Blue Lights College of the Apex, I think it is. It's a long name. I don't have time for all that. Desiree Ratliff turnaround shot, banks it up and in. Mike, you need to come with me to Joplin and do one of these games with me. Van Schie gets it to go. Good offense to close out the first half. Hughes throws it ahead. Opportunity for Ream at the buzzer. Missed it back rim, but Providence takes a 32-27 lead into the locker room. We'll take our 15-minute break here for the half. Come back and bring you the second half here in just a little bit. You're watching the quarterfinals of the 2018 ACCA Women's Basketball Tournament. We'll be back. Third quarter underway. Providence leading this quarterfinal women's game here in the ACCA tournament by a score of 32-27. Pilots in white, Ozark in the blue. First half numbers for you. Leading scorers in the ball game. Bailey Hardiman for Ozark with 8 points, 5 rebounds, and Hannah Van Schie with 8 points on 4 of 11 shooting. Pretty balanced for both teams. Ozark, everybody that has played has scored. Adriana Hughes with 7 points, 6 for Hayden Ream. And for Providence, a couple of players, good. Branson, Zajac with 5, Thiessen with 4, and Schwarz with 4 as well. Ozark out shooting Providence in that first half, 39% to 33%. But Ozark just 1 of 6 from the charity stripe. Providence 4 out of 6. Providence +3 in rebounding. Providence had 11 offensive rebounds that led to 12 more shot attempts. Turnovers in the ball game as Schwarz gets the scoring party started here in the second half. 16 turnovers for Ozark, 11 for Providence. So turnovers a problem for both teams, but more so for Ozark. Points in the paint even at 14, points off turnovers even at 11. The bench scoring 10-2 in favor of Providence. So there's your big difference right there. Winner of this game will play Arlington Baptist coming up tomorrow night at 7:30. The loser goes to the 5th place game. They'll take on AFLBS tomorrow at 10:45 a.m. Pilots with the steal. Shores throws it full court. Thiessen to the post for Collier, who lays it up and in. So good start for the Pilots here in this quarterfinal, third quarter. To the forecourt, Green tosses ahead to Ream. Ream gets the friendly rim. 7-point ball game. That might be too far forward. Nope, Thiessen able to chase it down. Good effort. And Collier now. And that'll be an air ball. Chased down by Zajac. Back out to Collier. And Providence will set up the offense. Providence from Otterburn, Manitoba. Schwarz, jump ball called, and the possession arrow favors Ozark. Providence University College, which sounds weird to you probably if you're an American. Not so our friends up north. And women's soccer coach during the tournament in Greenville, South Carolina, explained it to me, because in America, or in the United States, it's either a university or a college. Well, in Canadian lingo, a university is more what we think of a 4-year institution that, you know, you get your 101 courses out of the way, then you focus on your major, more general studies kind of stuff. So that's what a university is in Canada, and then a college is more like a trade. So if you want to specialize in mechanics or whatever, then it's a college. And when you offer a little bit of both, then you're a university college. Don't we all feel smarter for knowing that now? Thiessen, 39% at the line. She has struggled on the year, and she misses the first. Both teams with a team foul here in the early going. One out of 2. So Providence lead back to 5. We're right back where we started at the half. Ream from deep, no. Offensive rebound, Hardiman is fouled, and Bailey goes to the line. Bailey from Aurora, Missouri. 60% free throw shooter. Has yet to get one today. 0 for 4 from the charity stripe. Make it 0 for 5. Hardiman 1 out of 2. So the lead is 4 for Providence. Second meeting in the quarterfinals in as many years for these two teams. Shores gets it out. Zajac can't get the jumper from the half circle, and the ball's going back to Ozark. Loose ball foul on Providence. Two pilots coming in. It's Foster, number 3, and Ruchigeza, number 15. Off the bench, Foster, Ruchigeza combining for 4 points, 9 rebounds, 2 assists, and 2 steals in the first half. Hughes turns it over. Von Shee. And she gets it to Thiessen. Foster drives in, throws it off the glass and in. Providence leads by 6. Hughes in the first half, 7 points, 5 rebounds, a couple of assists as well. Ruchigeza makes sure it's a one and done. Foster into the forecourt. Schwarz. Bounce pass to Ruchigeza. Puts it up and in. Too easy if you're Ozark. Camilla Lacerda gonna make a sub. Try to shore things up front. Ratliff getting set to come on. Ream lost it out of bounds. So here comes Ratliff. Sitting down is Harris. Thiessen. Ruchigeza underneath. Turnaround shot off the back of the rim. Rebound controlled by Green. Hughes from way downtown. Yes! From Steph Curry range, Adriana Hughes buries it. She's in double figures now with 10. Nearing the midway point of quarter number 3. Ozark trails by 5. Ruchigeza going to be called for 3 in the key. So Ozark with the basketball, trying to chip away. Hughes over in the corner, open look. Hardiman, yes. Ozark 6-0 run on back-to-back three-pointers. Van Shee in the lane answers back. Hughes into the forecourt. Hardiman looking for a cutter Green, and the pass off the mark. Thiessen, Ruchigeza, pass taken away, good defense by Hughes. Hughes starting to pick it up on both ends of the floor, gets the friendly rim. Foster into the forecourt. Van Shee, top of the key, Schwartz. Catch and shoot, Foster, short on the jumper. Hardiman the board. Hardiman into the forecourt for Ozark. It's tipped. Thiessen trying to steal it. Deflected out to Schwarz, who glides in for the easy 2. Green. Hardiman underneath is fouled by Ruchigeza. Hardiman goes to the line. That's 4 team fouls on the Pilots with 3:23 to go here in this third quarter. First free throw, no trouble. Spencer Kushner, number 16. Number 5, Goodbranson for Providence, checking back in. So 2-point ball game. A good one here in the ACCA quarterfinals. Thiessen into the lane, out to Foster. Van Schie for 3, got it to go. Nearing 3 minutes left here in this third quarter. Ream out to Hughes from downtown again, got it again. Adriana Hughes is starting to heat up. Goodbranson, Kushner taken away. It's a steal by Hardiman. Look out, trouble with it for Green. Hughes, heat check. Not that time. Rebound controlled by Van Schie. Thiessen tied up, able to get it to Goodbranson. Floater in the lane is short, but a foul. That will be 2 on Ozark here in this third quarter. So Goodbranson at the line, 67% free throw shooter. First free throws of the night. Shores coming in for Foster. And Amalia Harris coming in for Ozark. 1 out of 2, 49-46 in favor of Providence. The 4 seed leading the 5 seed here in the women's quarterfinals. Turnover by Ozark. Goodbranson taking it herself. Nobody stopped the ball. 51-46. Adriana Hughes into the front court now. Green on the far side. Through the hands of Ratliff. Ball tipped, and Van Schie saves it to Kushner. Pilots looking to run off the turnover. Goodbranson, short. And now she's going to be called for a reach. That'll be 5 team fouls on Providence. So free throws to come for Ozark over the final 133. Thiessen called for the foul for Ozark, and for Ozark, it's Sadie Green, who shoots 56% from the charity stripe. Missed that one. Again, Ozark in the bonus as Collier comes back in. One out of 2 for Ozark. Deficit is 4. Timeout by Providence. We will step aside as well. Let's take a look at the tournament card for Ozark Christian. 4-19 have lost 11 straight despite a 3-3 start. Offense has been trouble spot. Had good defensive hustle, though, averaging 10 steals per game. Chris Sheeman, glad to be back with you out of the timeout. 1:25 to go here in this third quarter. Providence with the ball, leading by 4. It's been pretty tight. Providence led by 7 briefly, but for the most part it's been a couple of possessions, one way or another. Schwartz from the baseline connects. 6-point lead. Here's Hughes on the near side. Green over to Ream. Ratliff in the corner, threw it away. Schwartz with the turnover. Van Schie, yes. So Providence leading now by 8. In the first half, we had 5 ties, 7 lead changes. Pilots have led throughout this third quarter. Hughes with the bounce pass. This is Harris. About 10-second difference between game and shot clock. Harris buries the 3. Timely 3-pointers, keeping Ozark in this. Kushner out to Van Schie from the free throw stripe. No. Ozark, 7 seconds left to work with. Hughes to beat the buzzer. Couldn't bank it in, and that's how quarter number 3 comes to an end. Providence 55, Ozark 50. The winner advances to the semifinals. We'll be back with quarter number 4 here in just a moment. Chris Sheeman, glad to be back with you. Bear with me as I have to do my obligation since I'm on the road for 2 weeks. That's my little kitty, Rogue, and Rogue is watching right now, so I just want to say hi to Rogue, and I hope you're doing well, and I miss you, and I'll see you soon. And try not to be too mad at me when I come back for leaving. Isn't she adorable? Chris Sheeman, glad to be back with you. Start of the fourth quarter. 55-50 in favor of Providence. Providence starts with the basketball, and we have a quick foul 10 seconds in on Ozark. Underneath, Zajac is fouled. She'll go to the line. Green picks up the foul. It's going to be first free throw up and in. Zajac, 65% free throw shooter. Offensive rebound. Nicely done, Van Schie. Makes it an 8-point game. Falling down is Harris. And they're going to call a tie-up. Jump ball possession arrow will keep it on this end of the court. 9:18 left to go. The officials are going to talk about something. So, loser of this game will play tomorrow. 5th place game at 10:45 a.m. Quick turnaround for whoever can't finish here tonight. And then the winner takes on Arlington Baptist, who will be heavily favored. That'll be at 7:30. Another timely three. Every time it looks like Providence is going to blow it open and get out of here with a victory, Ozark hits a big three. Answering back is Zajac. 60-53. Inside 9 to go in the ball game. Just underway here in quarter number 4. Hughes from the baseline. Nope. And the rebound controlled by Van Schie. Zajac trying to use the baseline, couldn't get it, followed the shot. Collier, top of the key, Schwarz. Thiessen, back to Schwarz. Floats it right at a lane, can't get it to go, and the rebound controlled by Harris. Here's Hughes, unable to get it to go. A couple of three-pointers for Hughes in the third quarter. Starts quarter number 4, missing a couple in the lane. Thiessen throws it up. Hughes, toss over to Harris. Ream. Now it's Ratliff, and Ratliff is fouled. Well, if you're an Ozark fan, stick around. Our last game of the day will be Ozark taking on Carolina Christian. Men's quarterfinal action. First free throw up and in by Ratliff, who shoots 50% from the charity stripe. One out of two, so the lead stays at 6. 60-54. Pilots, patient offense, finding the open player. Van Schie missed it off the back of the rim, and it's deflected out. Last touch by Ozark, and Ream disgusted. So Providence gets it back. Zajac throws it up. No. Good defense by Harris, who also pulls down the rebound. Throws ahead for Hughes, but it's too far ahead, and it goes out of bounds. Esther Ruchigeza, wearing number 15 for Providence, returns. Collier, bounce pass to Van Schie. Ruchigeza, cross court, Collier. Now Van Schie again. Up top, it's Foster. Plenty of time on the shot clock. Thiessen to the bucket. No, but she's fouled. Second team foul on Ozark, one on Providence. Just about 3 minutes into this fourth quarter. Thiessen. Short on the free throw. So 1 out of 2, 3-possession game now. 61-54, Providence. Here's Harris. Ratliff, back over to Ream. Harris up top, takes it inside the free throw line and banks it off the glass. Ozark is not going quietly. Full court pass intercepted by Collier. Throws it ahead. Thiessen tried to save it, and sloppy play right now here in this one. 6:23 left to go. Ozark gets it back. Down by only 5. Plenty of time for the Ambassadors. in a two-possession game. Harris on the near side. Ream, same spot. 12 to shoot for Ozark. Hughes. Green cross court to Ream. In and out on the three-pointer. Hughes gets the rebound, then it's stripped. Good defense. Collier, Ruchigeza also coming behind as Green, who steals it right back. That's going to be a travel on Green. So the ball goes back to Providence, nearing the midway point of quarter number 4. Thiessen. Collier, now Ruchigeza. Good Branson to Foster. Underneath, Ruchigeza banks it off the glass. Patient offense by Esther Ruchigeza. Lead just like that, back to 7. That's going to be through the fingertips of Ratliff. And it looks like we might have a sub here. Taylor Goodbranson coming in. Hardiman also returns for Ratliff for Ozark. Goodbranson goes right to the bucket. Nobody stops the ball again. Missed the bucket. Ruchigeza cleans it up. Providence by 9. The Palindrome, 65-56. 4:47 left to go. Underneath, it's Green who gets the bucket. Actually missed the bucket, but gets the foul. That's what I meant to say. It's been a long day, folks. So Sadie Green, 56% for the sophomore from the charity stripe this year. That was team foul number 2 on Providence, 3 on Ozark, with 4:45 to go in this fourth quarter. Second free throw rims in. Back to a 7-point game. Goodbranson. Collier airballs it. Rebound to Hardiman. Throw ahead to Ream. Hughes catch and shoot. Tipped rebound. Harris trying to chase it down, and she's pushed out of bounds. It'll be a foul on Providence, their third. 2 subs set to check in. Joanne Schwarz coming back in. Allison Zajac returning. Green inbound it. Ball deflected. Good defense. Ruchigeza coming up with that steal. Schwarz. That's going to be a kickball. Goodbranson, Ruchigeza. Zajac to Goodbranson. Quick 3 off the side iron. Ruchigeza tried for the offensive rebound. Green takes it away. Green going coast to coast and stripped but fouled by Thiessen. That will be 4 on Providence. Sadie Green, the inbound. Nobody on Hardiman. Providence lucky that time. Here's Goodbranson to the bucket. No. Rebound controlled by Green, and another Pilot's foul. So Ozark's going to have some opportunities now with 3:41 to work themselves back in it. at the free throw line. 5 team fouls now on the Pilots. 2 shots upcoming for Sadie Green. Green can't hit the first. Sub coming in for the Providence as Hannah Van Schie comes back for Ruchigeza. Good minutes off the bench from Esther. Green gets 1 out of 2. So technically a 2-possession game here now at 6. Schwarz traveled with the basketball. So Providence keeping Ozark in the ball game, making mistakes. Here's Hughes for 3. Too strong on that. That's going to be chased down in the corner. Good Branson pushes in the forecourt. Numbers for the Pilots. Schwarz, good Branson. Yes. The lead is 8. Inside 3 minutes to go. It's a steal by Schwarz, who can't get the layup. Hughes steps into a 3 off the back of the rim, and the Pilots in control here. Thiessen driving in, fouled hard, and she'll go to the line. That's team foul number 4 on Ozark. First free throw, no trouble for Thiessen there. 9-point lead, the biggest. And Providence, the first double-digit lead of the game is 10, 69-59. 2:37 left to go here in the game. Ozark needs a run here, and they're going to get help as they go back to the free throw line. So Sadie Green, who's been busy at the free throw stripe, especially in the second half, goes back to the line. Again, the winner plays Arlington in the semifinals tomorrow night, 7:30. 1 out of 2 from the charity stripe. Van Schie over to Schwarz. Collier called for steps. 2:07 to work with. 3-possession game for Ozark. Adriana Hughes with the basketball. Over to Ream. Timely shots for Ozark has kept them in it. Can they get some here? Inside 2 to go. Hughes left alone. Got it to go. Providence into the forecourt. Schwarz, look out. Collier, that's going to be off Ozark. So good, Branson will inbound it. Schwarz, catch and shoot 3. Oh my. Ice in her veins. Joanne Schwarz Lead back to 9. That might do it. Ozark's going to have to think about the long ball going forward now. Hughes, Hardiman. Hardiman steps right, fires the 3 short. Tip for the rebound. It's controlled by Van Schie. Good box out by her. The runner, Van Schie, no good. Tip for the rebound. It goes out of bounds. Last touch by the Pilots. 1 minute exactly left to go in the ball game. And Providence on their way to the semifinal meeting with the team that's dominated this tournament, Arlington Baptist. Traveling is the call, so that'll be a turnover. So 47 seconds. Ozark's not even trying to foul or anything, so tomorrow it will be Ozark and AFLBS. That'll be for 5th place tomorrow morning at 10:45. Quick turnaround for the Ambassadors, but they'll still be favorites in that one. AFLBS has won 2 games this year, and they both came via forfeit. So they have not won on the court in 2017-18. Meanwhile, the semifinals are set. Raymond Randall at 2:15 tomorrow. Arlington and Providence at 7:30 on the women's side. Hughes with a long 3-pointer. Pilots can dribble it out here. Don't forget, Ozark fans, coming up about 15 minutes from now, we will have the Ozark men taking on newcomer Carolina Christian in our final quarterfinal of the night. That's going to go out of bounds, deflected. Shot clock is off, so Providence will dribble it out here. And that will do it. Pilots improved to 10-12 on the season, winning today 73-66. Well, folks, we got to wrap it up, get ready for the men's game. So once again, tomorrow it's the Pilots taking on Arlington. Let's get the bracket up so you can see as I talk with you. That'll be at 7:30. Meanwhile, Ozark AFLBS tomorrow morning at 10:45 for 5th place. Once again, your final, it's Providence 73, Ozark 66. Thanks for watching, everybody. Talk to you again in about 20.